Yo. Okay. We got some news, boys and girls. Mostly boys. A few girls. Our time has come. Kind of. We're halfway there. Let's take a look. Demon Hunter Havoc. So, IBeam. Some of this might be a little hard to read, but I'll try to explain it to you guys as best as I can understand it. So, they increased the target cap of IBeam. It used to do drop-off damage beyond one target. Now it's doing drop-off damage beyond 5 targets, which is incredible. Absolutely incredible. Like, this is huge. I'm not surprised that it's not, like, you know, completely uncapped, because I don't think that's the route that they're going with for DPS in general. There's a few niche classes that have completely uncapped stuff, but we're not one of them. So we got 5 targets, which in general is going to be more than enough for us, right? Like, it's in Mythic Plus. Yeah, sometimes you're fighting more than 5 mobs, but a lot of the times you aren't. So this is great. This is absolutely good. No complaints here. Let's keep reading. When IBeam finishes fully channeling, your haste is increased by, it used to be 15% for 12 seconds. Now it's 10% for 9 seconds. Now, this wasn't just additive. So this wasn't just an extra 15% on top of whatever percent you already had. It's multiplicative. So it would take 15% of whatever your raw value was. So now it's 10% for 9 seconds. This isn't gonna hurt us that much. Maybe, I don't know, maybe in the start of the expansion we might feel it a little bit. Compared to right now, in the last season of Shadowlands, we are very easily capping on haste. But that's because of how deep into the expansion we are and the other things that we're getting that are adding extra haste to whatever we have, right? So generally at the start of the expansion, I remember at the start of Shadowlands, even at max level, I just got level, whatever it is, 60, and I had 10% haste. So, it will affect us, I think, more at the start than it will later. But I'm not worried about this. I think this is fine. The one thing I am wondering, moving it from 12 seconds to 9 seconds, I wonder how that's going to affect getting a certain amount of abilities within our demonic windows. If that's even the same way we're going to be playing, we don't know. You know, when we get the new trees, it could be completely different, and that doesn't matter at all. So it's hard to say. So yeah, honestly not too worried about this. This is basically the only major nerf that you'll see in these notes. But yeah, I'm not worried about it. Let's see. This is the same thing. Metamorphosis. The Demon Hunter gains an additional 20, down from 25% haste to 20% haste during meta. Fine. Whatever. Again, not too concerned. I'm not going to be a doomer about it. I think we'll be just fine. Okay, talents. This is a big one, guys. This one is super important. Cycle of Hatred. So the way Cycle of Hatred used to work is when... Here, I can actually just show you. When Chaos Strike refunds Fury, it also reduces the cooldown of IBeam by 3 seconds. So Chaos Strike has a 40% chance to refund Fury. So anytime that would happen, it would reduce the cooldown of IBeam by 3 seconds. We all have been playing with this talent for a while now. And we all know how problematic it is. How unfun it can be when you don't get the procs that you need. It's horrible. And taking Cycle of Hatred in this situation, in this talent tree, makes us not take First Blood, which means we can't press Blade Dance. So we don't like this talent, right? We don't like it. So let's take a look at it now. So now it is Chaos Strike also reduces the cooldown of IBeam by 1 second, and an additional 1 second when it critically strikes. So, what does this mean? Guaranteed IBeam cooldown every time you press that button, and it now means that we actually have a stat that does something productive for us, right? Crit is actually good for us now. There's actually a reason to focus on a stat and try to get it. Because previously, all we had, I think even in like BFA, it was like, okay, you get haste, you get enough haste so you can get, a certain amount of death sweeps inside of your demonic window. That's pretty much it. But yeah, now we have crit. This is incredible. Very happy to see it. Demon Blades. This is going to be a big one too. So let's look at how it used to work. Or still currently works, but you know what I mean. So you would take this talent, it replaces Demon's Bite, so it removes your pressable spender, or your pressable builder ability, and it makes your auto attacks have a 60% chance to deal additional shadow damage and generate fury. What does it do now? Now, your auto attacks deal additional shadow damage and generate 7 to 12 fury. What's the difference? Well, it's not RNG. That 60% is no more. Just all the time. Your auto attacks do additional shadow damage and generate 7 to 12 fury. The only sort of difference is like 7 to 12. That's like, I guess, a little RNG, but I'm not concerned about that either. Yeah, this is huge. This is the 60% chance was the biggest problem with Demon Blades. I don't know if you guys remember, but we played Night Fae in Sanctum of Domination. And, our opener, we were playing Fellblade, Demon Blades, Glaive Tempest, whatever, right? So, in your opener, you were, banking on having Demon Blades actually proc. Because you needed to get that fury. If you were unlucky and you didn't, get that 60% chance, it wasn't in your favor, in your opener, you would be standing there with your thumb up your ass, doing nothing. And it felt so bad. And that's not going to happen anymore. That's not going to happen. Guaranteed. So this is incredible. Let's move on. Momentum. I know a lot of people, myself included, didn't think momentum was going to be a thing, right? Because of the Evoker raid-wide ability, Blessing of the Bronze, that reduces everyone's cooldown of their movement abilities. I thought there's no way they're going to keep that, because that actually is a DPS increase if you're using momentum, right? A lower cooldown on Fell Rush means more momentum uptime, which means a damage increase for us, whereas other classes don't necessarily get that damage increase from the reduction of their movement. So I was like, there's no way. But I guess there is a way. If there's a will, there's a way. And it's been changed. So, not only does Fell Rush give you the momentum buff, but now also Fellblade. The Hunt. The Hunt confirmed, guys. The Hunt confirmed. And Vengeful Retreat. increase your damage down by 15% for 6 seconds. Crazy. Crazy. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 abilities that we can rely on to keep up momentum. So let's think about our opener, right? Just hypothetically. Hypothetically, you, I don't know, let's say, it depends on if the hunt is going to be buffed by the momentum buff. Let's assume it's not, just for this sake. Let's assume the hunt doesn't get buffed by momentum. So, you open with the hunt. You zoom to the boss. You fell rush through. You fell blade back. Vengeful retreat backwards. Fell rush back in. I can't do the math. I'm no math magician, but that's a lot of momentum uptime. So, yeah, crazy. So what's this here? Apply aura, add modifier, flat modifies cooldown. Okay, removed. Affected spells. Vengeful retreat. Vengeful retreat. Vengeful retreat. Warhawk. What is this? What is this? Deals a big percentage physical damage and reduces the movement speed of all nearby enemies by 70% for 3 seconds. Obviously, that's incorrect. Yeah, they removed the Fury generation from Vengeful Retreat. So, yeah, they removed the Fury generation, but you're still going to want to press it to keep your momentum uptime, right? And it's fine that they got rid of the Fury generation because we're going to be getting guaranteed Fury if we're using Demon Blades, right? The 100% chance on this is probably going to compensate for this. And also getting like guaranteed IBeams, which also give you Fury back if you take Blind Fury, if Blind Fury is a thing. I don't know. This is all speculation. Let's keep reading. PvP talents. Demonic Origins. The cooldown of meta is reduced by 2 minutes, but its duration is reduced by 12 seconds instead of 10. Yeah, sure. Mortal Dance. Blade Dance now reduces target's healing received by was 25%, is now 50%. That's pretty hefty. A 50% healing reduction on Blade Dance? Crazy. I don't PvP much, so I don't have much of an opinion on this one, but I don't know. If anyone out there PvPs, maybe you can give me your thoughts on this. And then, okay, general spells and metamorphosis. This all looks the same. The only difference that I can see is they reduced the haste you get from it from 25% to 20%. And we already read that up here. So, yeah, this is looking very promising, guys. This is very exciting. This gives me so much hope for the talent trees that we should be getting next week at this point, because we are the last class left. We all expected to be last, didn't we? So yeah, we got Monk today. Demon Hunter next week. And of course, I will be putting out multiple videos on the tree when it does come around. I'll be doing an initial reaction sort of video, much like this one. So when we first get the tree, I'll be streaming at the time, and I'll just give you guys my first reaction. And then, I don't know if I've announced this yet, but we will be doing a roundtable talk on the talent tree. I have some really awesome guests lined up to be on the podcast with me. We have Atreyan. He was on last time with me. We have Shatterek, who is the guy who writes the Wowhead Havoc guide now. So he took over for Kib, and he's writing the Wowhead stuff now. And then we also have Psycho. So Psycho agreed to be on the podcast with us, which is really, really exciting. And it'll be sweet to get his opinion on some things. So, yeah, that's probably it for now. Of course, if anything else comes out, I will let you guys know. I'll post more videos on it, and I'll keep you up to date. So, if you like this video, give it a like. Make sure you sub to the channel to see the future videos that are coming out. You won't want to miss it. And, yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you later. Peace.